Stefan Majczak. In the middle of the night on the 18th of August 2023, a distressed man jumped off Waterloo Bridge into the Thames. The tide was flooding and the conditions were treacherous. Stefan did not see the man jump, but saw him being swept by the current down towards Festival Pier. He was flailing about in the water, fighting the current, which was travelling at about 4 knots. Concerned about the man's safety, Stefan courageously stripped off his clothes, grabbed a life ring, and entered the water to try to save him. He swam out to him, and with the aid of the ring, but even so, he was being swept down river by the very strong current. Somehow he managed to get hold of the drowning man before they were both swept past the pier. Stefan, despite his perilous predicament, managed to coax the man to grab the life ring, and then he pulled them both to safety. Stefan got the man out of the Thames, and then he remained with them until the emergency services arrived. For his selfless bravery that night, Stefan Majczak was awarded the Society's Bronze Medal.
So yeah, I'm Stefan. I was here today to be awarded the Bronze Medal for my bravery. So it sounds kind of strange to say that because at the time it's just something that you do. So the story was that a man jumped into the river, and instinctively I saw him flailing around, and I knew I could help. So I entered and saved the man's life. But it just feels so insignificant in terms of everyone else's stories, because everyone has that kind of bravery or that kind of instinctiveness in it. And I think being here today, you kind of appreciate the human side of things. And I think that's the nicest thing, is that people are not doing this for recognition. People are doing this because at the time they could help, and that people are willing to help. So it's just been an amazing event to kind of be here and just hear everyone's stories, really. Yeah. And I think I look back on the, if I look back on the story itself and I see it written down, or I hear it being said, if you were to say, would I do that beforehand? I'd probably say no. It's silly, it's dangerous. I put my life at risk for the safety and hopefully survival of someone else. And it did pan out that way. But at the time, if you asked me, would I do that? It was complete black. It was 12 p.m. The tidal current was really strong. The water was freezing cold, and it was just very chaotic. And I think if I objectively put myself out of that situation and said, oh, would I do that? I'd say no. But in that situation, you just make a split-second decision based on, I don't really know what it's based on, whether you think you can help or whether the condition, it just happens. So it's a really interesting mentality. And even now, I think, would I do it again? I'd probably say no. But if I saw a life in danger and I was in that position, then, hopefully, and I would help. And yeah, that would be the way it goes.
The Royal Humane Society has been recognising acts of life-saving and bravery for 250 years.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's important that we continue to do this work, especially today?
It occurred to me probably during this this ceremony, really. And I think by hearing people's stories, it inspires others to, we've become such a culture now in our world where we've become, on our phones, devices. And there's actually one of the stories today where a brave woman went to a burning house and saved a family, and she asked a group of boys outside who were on their phones, who were filming the fire in the house, would they help? And they said no. And I think it's really important to hear other people's stories about how you can break that mold of being in this world where you feel like you're behind a screen and it's like a movie, or you're objectively watching it. So I think more of this needs to be done, and to inspire others to know that humanity is still there, and they care for other people, really. So yeah, it was really inspiring.